Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to another YgoPro duel video. Gofu, Blackwing Gofu is one of the new cards that's coming out really soon in a TCG, and past few weeks the card has been rising in popularity in the OCG. For example, we saw in Metal Foes and of course in Monarchs, since Blackwing Gofu is an interesting card. It's a level 5 dark, 0 attack, it's not really relevant. Well, the fact that it's a dark is relevant. You can't go for Pleiades, for example, here in Xyz Monarchs. But it's a tuner, and it kinda acts like a red layer, so the biggest upside advantage of this card is that your opponent doesn't need to control a monster like with Cyber Dragon, and you can just special summon this card from your hand, and at that moment you'll also gain 2 tokens, except yeah, these tokens cannot be tributed. And on top of that, you can't use them for a Synchro summon. Would have been too good, right? Go for like a level 6 or level 7 Synchro with Gofu, since again Gofu is a tuner. But most importantly, this card kinda acts like the Quickdraw Synchron, which has been also gaining popularity over here in the TCG. The fact that it's searchable with tuning and instant, it gives instant access to cards like Ultimaya, or go for an Xyz, for example. Any rank 5 Xyz will do. Gofu pretty much does the same, except you don't have the discard cost for Gofu, and the advantage is that you will gain a few tokens, 2 tokens that can be destroyed by Kuraz for a few draws. But on the other side, Quickdraw Synchron is searchable with tuning, for example. And that's not the case with Blackwing Gofu, and on top of that, the discard cost of Quickdraw Synchron can be important, like setting up an Eidos or an idea in your grave could be nice to eventually get your double tribute summon for the turn. But yeah, let's see a few example games. Alright, so again, mainly this video is a bit focused on a Gofu, more like a card discussion. So the first turn opening, you know, drawing into Kuraz kinda sucks. This deck does run 3 Kuraz in the main deck with triple return. Instantly debrick my hand, draw 2 cards, since the 2 tokens were on my side of the field. They are both destroyed, and it's basically free draws, right? Since the tokens were free, although you tributed to your own Gofu. Anyway, leaving the Kuraz on board, kind of crucial, because it's a tribute monster for your Aether, and during your opponent's turn, yeah, pretty standard moves if you're playing a Xyz Monarchs, using the Kuraz to pop your own return to open up possible Xyz play or Synchro play if you have Gofu. I think I was able to go for a game depending on the back row, go for Pleiades, which runs into a strike. He's going to survive though, but I think he's going to scoop in a few moments, maybe due to his hand. Also have Maxi, and I think a Storm Fort set. But yeah, again, the Gofu does have its advantages, like, okay, your opponent doesn't need to control a monster, you can like special summon it during your first turn, like Red Layer, but yeah, you get instant quote-unquote advantage with the 2 tokens, nice targets to pop with Kuraz, get 2 draws. They also kinda act like a small defensive wall, the 2 tokens, but is Gofu like better than Red Layer? Well, Red Layer in the early game isn't really too great. Since of course, yeah, when you special summon Red Layer, use the effect to get another Red Layer from your grave back to the hand. That's of course much better, like the infinite recycle possibilities with Red Layer. That's something that Gofu doesn't have. But here, I think I was able to go for a game, again depending on the back row, with Pleiades bouncing back the back row, and eventually go for, yeah, indeed, go for Gaia to attack over his 0 defense, Luster Pendulum. And the double tribute is so nasty. Here I completely forgot the Odd Eyes Phoenix effect that can pop the other scale and special summon itself, but again, it's not going to matter too much. And Beatrice is also so good, definitely underestimated. The card, very important, is that you can just send Erebus, for example, but most importantly, most of the time you'll be sending either Idea or Eidos from your deck to the grave to maybe during the same turn get the extra normal summon, tribute summon for the turn, so that's kind of crucial. Here again, the first turn, no Aether, no Erebus, but I do have the Kuraz again, and to return 3 on the deck to get the Surge, to get your engine going, go for Crystal Wing indeed as well. He does activate Sky Arc, and he's, okay, he uses Eccentric on Crystal Wing. Yeah, I don't see a reason to use Stormfort. Have Maxi here again, kind of punishing him for special summoning monsters on his side of the field. So he's kind of forced to stop here unless he wants to give me multiple draws. And yeah, the Crystal Wing is lured out, and yeah, indeed, Twin Twister is not possible on both scales, but just keep a Twin Twister on his possible back rows like Strike, Chaos Trapple, Warning, Drowning Mirror Force maybe, and the list goes on. So idea again triggering, yeah, this game is pretty much over. But again, showcasing the possibilities of Gofu. It does have some similarities with Quickdraw Synchron, but is it better than something like Quickdraw Synchron or Red Layer? It's interesting since the OCG is preferring, or at least yeah, the decklist I saw, the Monarch decklist I saw, are preferring Gofu in the main deck. But yeah, something to keep in mind is that the OCG kind of nuked Monarchs with only one domain, what is it called, Pantheism as well, so that's something to keep in mind. But Gofu is definitely an interesting card. 2 tokens lets you de-brick, unbrick your hand with Kuraz, for example, so it's definitely something to keep in mind. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching, and feel free to leave a comment or a like if you enjoyed the video. Lithium signing out. Peace.